Good morning, student. I am Purnima, and I welcome you all to my English class. And I'm going again to continue the lesson, "The Voice of the Rain." Yesterday we have done with the background of the poem, but once again I'm going to revise the background and the detailed explanation of each paragraph. So, student, The Voice of the Rain, first of all, it is written by Walt Whitman. It is written by Walt Whitman. So who is the poet of this poem? It is Walt Whitman. And then I will be revising you the summary in short, and then I will be going to do the detailed explanation along with the explanation of new words and poetic devices. So first of all, children, here children, in this poem, which is written by Walt Whitman, here in this poem, the poet is telling you about the conversation between a poet and the rain. And you will be surprised to know that it is beyond the imagination of the poet. Even he is surprised that when he had asked the rainfall that who are you, the rainfall has properly answered him. Okay, so that's why I'm telling you, it is the conversation between rain and the rainfall and the poet. So the poet just asked a question, and in a very it's very surprisingly that he got the answer of his question from the rainfall. And the rainfall is very light. It's a very light shower in the beginning, but it is telling about itself. Now children, the rainfall is telling about three things. First, it is telling from the when it tellings who are you, so then what it is answering that I am the poet, I am the poem of the earth. So in this way the poem is started by the conversation between the rainfall and the poet. And then children, the poem, it tells about the place of its origin. The poem and the rainfall is telling about the place of its origin, from where it was born and how does it goes to heaven. Okay, and then again it returns back to earth. And the third point is that when it returns to earth, what are the uses of the earth we are having when the rainfall falls on the ground from the heaven. So what is the uses it is telling about its uses, like how it decorates and beautifies the earth, how the seeds it grows. Then children, that thirsty area, that means a dry area of the earth, which is a drought prone area, how does it get water? So it is telling about itself. So the three things, the rain is replying to the poet. The three things it is replying about itself. First, it tells that who it is. Then second part, it is telling about its origin, from where it is born, how it reaches the sky. The third part is that how the rainfall, it falls on the ground, and what does it do, how it falls on the ground and what does it do. So these are the three things told about by the rainfall. Okay, now before telling you the poem, I would be like to tell you that what actually in a 2 minutes I will be telling you about the background of the poem. So the poet asks the soft falling rainfall. Children, here the rainfall is not heavy rainfall. In the beginning we all know the rainfall falls in a very soft manner. So he is asking the soft falling shower, who are you? And the rainfall replied that she is the poem of the earth. So what does the rainfall replied? It replied that she is the poem of the earth. it is a strange thing for the now children. The poet is very happy. In fact, he feel very strange that he is getting reply by the nature. Indirectly, the poet want to convey that children, if you will listen the voice of nature, you will really able to hear their responses. The nature will tell you something. There are so many voices which we ignore, like the voice of the wind is there, the voice of the waves of the sea you can hear, the voice of the breeze you can feel. Okay, when the tree moves to and fro, soft voice we can hear. The voice of the rain, of course, we can hear. Okay, so I mean to say, the nature, the poet want to tell you that the nature do have voices. So it is a strange thing for the rain to reply the poet. Now children, he is surprised, and it is a very strange thing for the poet to hear the rainfall. The rain told the poet that she cannot be touched as she rises in the form of water vapor. Now children, then the rain is telling about its origin, and then it is telling that it rises into the sky or into the heaven in the form of water vapor. And that paper we cannot touch it. That paper we cannot touch it. Okay, it cannot be touched. And at its rises, the form of the vapor changes also. Children, many shapes of the vapor you can see in the sky from the land. And children, this vapor rises from the land and the bottomless sea. This rises from the land and the bottomless sea. It changes its shape, yet it remains the same. Now the poet is also telling children that it changes its shape, but it remains the rain. It changes its shape, that the rainfall rises in the form of water vapor. Okay, there is a dewdrop here, and then it takes the form of the cloud. Then also children, you can find the raindrop inside the cloud. So it changes its shape. It cannot be, the vapor cannot be touched, and yet it remains the same. Children, then children, though that vapor is changed into clouds due to condensation. That vapor is changed into cloud due to condensation. And now children, that cloud, it moves, and then again it falls on the earth. That means again the rain returns on the earth in the form of a water drop, in the form of the rainfall. And children, when it falls back, when it comes back to the earth, what happened? It provides water to the drought prone areas and to beautify and purify the earth. So where does it fall? To the drought prone area, where the area is quite dry. Then it comes to beautify the earth. How it beautify the earth, that I will be telling you. And purify the earth. Okay, it provides life to the seed inside the earth and helps them grow. Then children, the rain doesn't care if anybody bothers about her deeds or not. She completes her work and that comes back home. The poet also compares the rain with a song, as they both share a common journey. The song originates from the hearts of the singer, travels across the fulfill the aim, and comes back with due love for the singer, that is its originator. Now children, I will like to explain you about the three paragraph. The background we have done, and before writing something children, let me write you the word meaning. Who art thou? The poem start with who art thou. So it is an Shakespearean English, it is a medieval English. Here who is who, art is are, okay, and thou is you. Who are you? Okay, who art you? Who art you means, art is a medieval English. Art means not art. Okay, art means are. Okay, who are you? thou is you. Okay, so who art thou means who are you. Then children, eternal means everlasting or not ending. We can say never ending. Instead of not ending, we can write never ending. Eternal means never ending. Okay, and then children, impalpable is that something that cannot be touched or something that cannot be described. That cannot be described. So children, I was telling you, children, in the above line, the poet asked the soft falling shower, who are you? To which it replied in a strange manner and said it was the poem of the earth. So in the beginning, there is a conversation between the poet. Okay, and what question does the poet ask the rainfall? The poet asks the rain to give its introduction and identity by asking, who art thou? Children, then what does the expression soft falling shower suggest? The soft rainfall has been called soft falling shower. It suggests that the rain is falling, it's a drizzling, and it is falling and it has a very soothing effect. It is drizzling and it is falling, it has a soothing effect. Now children, so which is strange to, so now children, here in the first two line, and who art you, said to the soft falling shower. So soft falling shower is a, it indicates that the rainfall is not heavy, it is drizzling, and which is strange to tell gave me an answer as here translated. And children, which is strange to tell, the poet is telling it is a very strange thing to tell about the rainfall, that it has answered me. And as here translated, he is telling, now I am going to tell you what rainfall has told me. I am going to translate it. I am the poem of the earth. So what does the rainfall told the poet? I am the poem of the earth, said the voice of the rain. Who said this? He had heard this from the voice of the rain. That means it was the rainfall that was speaking to the poet. Eternal, I arise impalpable. Eternal means everlasting, not ending. Impalpable means something that can be touched or something that cannot be described. This is the meaning of impalpable. Out of the land and the bottomless sea. So children, the rainfall is telling that it is telling about its birth, about its origin or about its birthplace. It is telling that it is the place from where it is rising. It is rising either from land or from the bottomless sea. And in the which form it is rising? It is rising in the form of water vapor. That's why it is telling, I am impalpable. I am impalpable. That means nobody can touch the vapor. Okay, water vapor is that it cannot be touched by anybody. So it is rising, the vapor is continuously rising from the land and bottomless ocean in the form of vapor. Now the next lines are, upward to heaven. Upward means upper direction. It is rising to the upper direction in the heaven. Whence? Okay. So now children, you will write the meaning of whence, and whence whence means not clearly, Vents. Okay, vents here means not clearly. Okay, and then other meaning, other word is vaguely. Vaguely is not clearly. Then descent, come down. Okay, descent is come down, and lave is wash. Okay, this is the meaning of the difficult word. Whence means where, vaguely means not clearly, descent means to come down, and lave is wash or bath. Then one more meaning, latent. Latent means hidden or buried. Okay, so whence means where, vaguely means not clearly, descent means to come down, lave means to wash or bath, and latent means hidden or buried. So children, these are some of the difficult one word meaning of the lesson, and please write it. It can, if you want, you can note it down, and then you have to learn it. So now children, I will be explaining you the lines. Eternal I rise impalpable out of the land and the bottomless sea. Okay, so it is telling it is rising in the form of the vapor. The land form, it is telling that it is rising in the form of the vapor. It is telling about its origin. It is telling that how it is born, and that vapor, it changes its form. Okay, how it changes its form, it condenses, it becomes the cloud, and children, then it condenses into water droplet. The cloud is condenses into water droplet. It also says that although its form gets changed, it still remains the same. So rainfall is telling, though its form gets changed. How its form gets changed, children? The form gets changed by becoming from water vapor, it changes into cloud. Okay. So upward to heaven, whence vaguely formed altogether change. So it is the rainfall is telling, I rise in upon the heaven, whence is where, vaguely formed altogether change, and it is still not clearly formed. We cannot see the vapor, we cannot see that how the vapors are formed into the clouds. That is not clear to us, but we know the phenomena. Okay, altogether change, that how the vapor are changed into clouds, and yet the same I descend to have to lave the drought. Lave is wash. Now children, the earth is telling, after becoming cloud, again it come back to the earth, to the thirsty earth, to the dry area of the earth, to the drought prone area of the earth, and children, it gives water to the thirsty land. It is written here, I descend to lave the drought. So what is the meaning of lave? I've told you, lave means wash or bath. That means it is going to wash the dry land, so the land will become wet again, and children, that drought prone area now will be turned into wet land. I descend the lave the drought. Atomies, dust layer of the gold of the globe. Atomies means small particles. Atom is the smallest particle, and here children, atomies means small particle. Okay, so the rain is telling, it comes down to wash the drought and provide water. It also wash away the dust and small particle from the earth's surface. So atomy is the layer of the earth. That means it is also coming down to wash the small particles of the dust from the earth's surface. Then children, this line is there, and all that in them without me were seed only, latent, unborn. Okay, latent means I told you hidden, and children, it is giving water to the buried or the hidden seed. Okay, and all the seed inside the earth, when it gave water to the hidden seed, then all the seed which were hidden inside the earth, it gives water to the and to the seed which turn into plant. That means it gives life to the seed and which turns into the plant. So children, here we finish the second paragraph also. Okay, now the third one, the third paragraph. And forever by day and night I give back life to my own origin. Now the rain says that the day and night it provides life to the seed, to the dry land where people are dying due to water. It not only provide life, it cares, it makes enrichment, and it give water to the place from where it is originated. That means it is originated from which place? It is originated from the earth, and again it is going to the earth to beautify it, to decorate it, to give life to the seed, and to provide water to the thirsty area or the drought prone area of the earth. That means the rain keep enhancing. Enhancing means to increase, okay, the beauty and purify the earth by preparing a life cycle for itself again. Okay, so now children, two lines are here. For song issuing from its birthplace after fulfillment, wandering wrapped or unwrapped duly with love return. Fulfillment means completion, wrapped means care about, okay, and duly means rightly or properly set. Okay, so wrapped, it is written here. Let's read the last two lines of the poem. For song issuing from its birthplace after fulfillment and wandering wrecked or unwrecked duly with love return. So children, here the meaning of wrecked is cared about, okay, paid heed to or cared about. And duly means, duly we all know it's a very common word. Duly means rightly or properly. Okay, so the rain is telling, the last line contains poet observation about the course of singing. That means the poet is also having some knowledge about singing. So he's comparing the rain, he's telling the rain is like a song that originates from its birthplace. Okay, just like the heart of the singer. Children, where does the song originate? People think he's singing, the voice is coming from its mouth. No, the song is born from the heart of the singer. Okay, you can see some of the tunes are so much, some of the songs are so it is so full of emotion that people cry also when they hear the song. And sometimes children, the people become happy that they dance also on that song. So children, it is a song which tells us, which takes care of our emotion. So similarly, he is comparing the rain like a song that originates from its birthplace, just like the heart of the singer, and travels to fulfill the earth needs and wonder, it finally come back to the place from where it originated. So the children here, that he is telling, just like the song, it originate, it's telling the rainfall, it is comparing the rainfall from the song, that it originates from the singer mouth, but it originates from the heart of the singer. Similarly, the rain is originate from its birthplace, that is the earth. It goes up and it comes back again. So whether it is ruined or not, it returns to the original position with a lot of love to its birthplace. Okay, that means the same song is sung by the singer, and children, again the song is sung with the same emotion, with the same beautiful voice. So now this poem, I have done the explanation, I have written the meaning of the new word. You must have jotted down. Now children, I would like to tell you about the literary device of the poem. So our first literary device is personification. You can see children, I am the poem of the earth. So here you can see rainfall is telling as if it is a living thing. I am the, it is giving its introduction, I am the poem of the earth. So children, this is a very good example of personification. Then metaphor. Okay, here two things are compared, and it is not a direct comparison, but it is an indirect comparison with the quality of different thing. Children, here she is telling, I am the poem of the earth. So rainfall is compared here with the poem, and in the last line it is compared with the song. So children, the second poetic device is metaphor. Okay, two comparison are there. First comparison, the poet itself is comparing with the poem, and in the last line it is compared itself with the song. Okay, then children, hyperbole. Hyperbole is where we exaggerate the thing. So children, here many things are exaggerated, like in hyperbole, this is the third poetic devices, and bottomless sea. So this is a very good example of hyperbole. And then children, we are also having so these three are there. Okay, first is personification, the other is metaphor, all right, and the other is hyperbole. All right, so these are there. Now children, we will discuss the question and answer. First, the textual question and answer. Okay, two voices of the poem. What are they? One of them belong to the poet and other to the rain. These are the two voices of the poem, and this is indicated, which line it is indicated. It is indicated in first and second line and 3 and 9th line respectively. Now children, question number 2 is, what does the phrase is strange to tell mean? The phrase is strange phenomena. The rain gives an answer to the poet's query. It is surprising to report the answer. Now children, question number 3, there is a parallel drawn between rain and music. Which words indicate this? So children, I will be telling you the words and music, which shows that there is a parallelism between rain and music. Like children, poem of the earth. Okay. Eternal I rise, impalpable, out of land and the bottomless sea. And the third word is for song, duly with love returns. So this indicate that there is a parallelism between rain and music. So children, in the last line, the both originate from a source, music also and rainfall also. It rise up, reach fulfillment, wonder about whether cared about or not, and finally return to the source of origin with love. Now children, how is the cycle movement of rain brought out in the poem? Rainwater rises untouched out of the land in the form of a vapor. Okay, it gathers in the sky where it changes its form. It changes in the form of a cloud. It comes down to earth to bath the dry tiny particles of dust layer and all that lies buried under it, like it gives life to seed. Then it returns to the place of its origin. Children, if you must have in the science, you must be reading that the water vapors from the rivers and the ocean, they rise up to the sky due to the intense heat. Then they assume the form of cloud and after condensation drop down as a rain. The water flows back through rivers to the sea and ocean. So this is also known by the name of water cycle. Why are the last two lines put within bracket? The last two lines contain a comment about music and its cycle. This differ from the first 9 lines. The first 2 lines are the voice of the poet, whereas line 3 to 9 are spoken by rain. Okay, and the cycle of song is put within bracket to mark the differences in speakers, but similarly in content. Question number 6. List the pair of opposite found in the poem. Rise, descend, day and night, ragged, unragged. So these are some of the opposite words found in the poem. So children, notice a sentence pattern in the following. Rewrite this sentence in prose, like, and are, who art thou, said to the soft falling shower. That means, I said to the soft falling shower, who are you? Second is, I am the poem of the earth, said the voice of the rain. So it should be in a simple English. It should have been written that I am the poem. The voice of the rain said, I am the poem of earth. Then eternal, I rise. It means I rise eternally. For song returns duly with love. This is the answer of the fourth part. Okay, and the rest of the things, children, I have discussed in detail. Okay, and in the wrong question it can be come to you, how is the cyclic movement of the rain brought out the poem. So you have to discuss the whole poem. Okay, and with this I end the poem here. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.